Last week on Fat to Fit, the army got involved and the girls were put through their paces.
Go! Move! Let's go! Come on, let's go! Straight up the hill!
On tonight's show, the girls reach a dramatic end to their journey when they take on a Top of the Rock challenge. Back in 2014, 4 very different women decided to embark on a journey which would hopefully change their lives forever. Join Heidi, Leanne, Michelle and Annalise as they take on the biggest challenge of their lives. We get up close and personal and experience their highs and lows.
It's way harder than I thought.
As they face the scales in a bid to shed the weight and get healthy. We highlight some of the medical conditions that can arise from being overweight.
I would probably predict at least one of them would develop type 2 diabetes.
Welcome the 4 ladies back on stage, please.
And finally, find out whether they truly have gone from fat to fit. After a successful morning of command tasks up at the Bufadero training camp, the girls are down at the MOD Tower and are about to be briefed on their last and most challenging exercise.
Okay ladies, welcome to the Rock Walk, symbolising the rock run that visiting units do. We're going to the top of the rock, 2.3 mile, okay, 1,300 foot in elevation incline as you're going up, an average of a 5% incline as we move. You're going to start off carrying your day sacks that weigh 20 kilos, symbolising the average sort of weight loss that each of you had lost over the last 6 months, which is a fantastic effort. Every time we get rid of the day sacks, and we will at varying stages up the way up, we'll reduce the weight. So when we get to the top of the rock, you are as you are now with your achievement, all the weight loss gone, and what we're going to do is get rid of that off the top. We're going to chuck it off. Everyone happy? Okay, let's get the day sacks on.
With their day sacks on, the girls are really noticing those extra 20 kilos. One last positive message from Matt, and off they go.
You're all fitter now, you're all stronger now than you were before, and let's take that weight and get rid of it up at the top. Okay, off we go.
Only a minute in, and Annalise is already complaining.
Bloody heavy, I don't want to walk with it. It's pulling every single muscle in my leg.
Army personnel in Gibraltar are used to this form of exercise and regularly perform top of the rock runs. But for Michelle, it's proving a little more daunting.
Not enjoying it, to tell you the truth. But hey, I'm fine.
The focus is ragged stuff now. That's your first stage. And from there we'll take the rest as it comes.
I don't know if I can walk up a hill with this man.
The girls reach the entrance to Ragged Staff, and it's off with those heavy day sacks.
Okay, step away. Keep moving then, Leanne, and you go. Keep them down. Shoulders. Okay, roll them off. Keep moving, Michelle, and you go.
Much better. Unbelievable. The thought of having lost 20 kilos and that's what it weighs, it feels like I'm being pulled.
The group start their ascent up Rock Hotel Hill. With the temperature soaring to 30 degrees, it's important that everyone stays hydrated.
Come on then, ladies, push it in. That's good, keep driving up. We'll get some water, we'll put your day sacks back on. Day sacks now weighing 15 kilos. So get some water on board first, and then we'll make a start. So grab your water bottles, we'll take a minute, and then we'll keep moving.
The girls are now carrying 15 kilos on their back.
Heavy, heavy.
Okay.
No words to describe this. It's just unbelievable.
Okay, on you go.
Okay.
Let's go, Troy.
That's it. Come on,
What about the cars in your time? On you go. On you go. That's good.
Halfway up to Dewsgate, and the team are finding it tough.
You've already lost this weight, Leanne. You've already lost this. It's back on now just to achieve the final bit. This weight is already gone. You're better than this weight already. Keep it going.
Well done. Get angry if you need to. Get angry, but get to the top.
The team reached the second stage and are glad to see that weight removed. The climb was always going to be difficult, especially in this hot weather, but the girls are finding it very challenging.
My God, my knee. I'm worried about my knee. I thought my legs were going to collapse, my lungs were going to collapse, but I got there.
Michelle in particular is reaching breaking point.
Well done.
She is increasingly worried about the strain it is putting on her heart.
It's not too much. Venga, vamos.
I'm nervous about the bag because it's pressure and I worry about my heart.
But she pushes on. The team are constantly motivating the girls to push that little further
Last big push for the end of your achievements, okay? Just take yourself up to the top of the rock.
and are at hand to provide some very much welcome water breaks.
It's very hot today, so it's not the best day to do the top of the rock tab. But you know that they're doing very, very well. I was expecting them to go a lot slower, but actually they're keeping up with the pace, which is very good. Very good.
Time now to catch up with Matt to find out how things are going.
Doing brilliant. And driving up, Annalise has got a good push on. Heidi here, she's driving hard. Feeling a little bit dizzy, but that's the heat. We're going to work with that. We've got water for that. I'm positive. We're all going to get to the top. Let's go. Come on, ladies!
The team make it to the entrance of the nature reserve.
It's hard. It's hard. It's very hard, but you've got to keep driving, because if you don't keep driving and you go slow, it's worse. You've got to go at a good pace.
And with just enough time for a quick water break, it's on with the day sacks again. This time the group are carrying 10 kilos each.
I'm not gonna let go until we start walking. So you've got some more time.
The army are doing amazing, amazing. They're encouraging us. I've got somebody with me the whole time. They alternate between Matt and everybody else.
As the team continue upwards, it's time for instructor Daniel to share his thoughts on how far the girls have progressed.
Normally the biggest issue most people tend to have is that they're just not patient enough for it. Unfortunately, if you spend X amount of years living a certain way and being a certain size, you can't expect to undo all of that in 2 months. Unfortunately, it's something that does take a long time, and that's why it is a journey that they have to go through, self-discovery, and you know, I think they do learn a lot about themselves and what things they need to change, and they come to a realization of it. I think Leanne's coped very well. You talk to her now and you would have spoken to her 8 months ago, and it's like a different person mentally and what you see in front of you as well. I think as a whole, she's definitely changed and she's much more conscious and aware of her food and obviously what she feeds her kids, and she is trying to make a conscious effort to have a healthier household. I think the weight loss and the trainings helps her become much more confident with herself and what she can do. I think the change she's gone through, and what I always noticed, and I noticed about maybe 4 months into it, where she was talking about a particular friend that was struggling as well herself with the diet or the training, and she was explaining to me the story, how she ended up encouraging the friend that she's got to keep at it, she's got to keep pushing through. And I thought it's a bit funny where 4 months ago I was the one doing it to her, trying to help convince her of it, and now she's done almost like a complete 360 where she's realized it herself and now is influencing others around her. So I think that's one of the proudest things I could see from her, showing lasting changes. With Annalise, I knew she was going to be difficult in terms of her character. I know she can be very, I wouldn't say stubborn, but she definitely knows if she wants to do something or if she has an opinion on something, she's definitely one where she's not going to be a pushover. The good thing about that is if you can hook them into it and you can have them become really encouraged, that's going to then drive them forwards to see the whole thing through. I think even though she was very strong-willed, I think she's even stronger now because she's seen the benefits from the weight loss, and especially with the amazing transformation she did, and obviously coming off her diabetic medication was, I think, the biggest impact for her. She was really happy when she got told she could come off her medication, and I think that was one of the biggest things for her intrinsically that she got from this whole experience. She was a lot stronger person physically and mentally. I mean, she was going skiing with her kids, her family. They went skiing, and she hadn't been skiing herself in quite a long time because she was always worried about not being strong enough to carry the weight, and she was over the moon that she was there and she was spending more time with the kids, physically skiing with them. And I thought that was, I mean, as far as say reward for yourself of an achievement, I don't think it would get any bigger than something like that.